Hello everyone, my name is Martin. I am CTO for POPs Worldwide. I would like to welcome you to this MongoDB.live event where we are going to discuss how we built our own OTT platform using MongoDB as a core component. Who is POPs? Who are we? POPs is an entertainment brand creating new experiences every day to drive culture. POPs offers the largest library of POPs original, local and international content for our fans, and we create an entertainment culture for a personalized experience. Experienced in entertainment for over 12 years, POPs platform is fully positioned to capture the attention of today's and tomorrow's fans in Southeast Asia. With strong relationship with top artists, creators, and the biggest storyteller from all over the world, POPs brings a unique entertainment experience through our app's original series, long and mid-form content, concert, event, shows, festivals, movies, and more. How all of this started? Esther Nguyen, the founder and CEO, came in Vietnam in 2008 to create POPs as a social music discovery site and value-added service to mobile operator. In 2009, POPs became the largest content provider for big telcos. In 2010, we launched the largest Vietnamese music library on iTunes. In 2011, POPs officially became a YouTube partner, providing copyright content, entertainment content, and launched the largest Vietnamese music library on Amazon. In 2015, POPs was launched in Thailand, and in 2016, we launched the POP Kid TV app, a safe video watching application for kids on iOS, Android, and smart TVs. In 2017, POP Kid TV was ranked number 2 in local apps and number 5 in all apps for Vietnam market on Samsung smart TVs. We continue the development to launch the web application and the mobile web application. In 2018, we got over 1.5 million users and over 32 million views on POP Kids TV app. The app ranked number 2 in the category age 6 to 8 kids on both iPhone and iPad, while it was also ranking number 2 in music and video category on Android platform. In 2019, we launched POPs app in November with many original series and licensed content for the entire family. In 2020, we launched POPs Comics. And POPs eSport. And we launch POPs Indonesia as well. POPs represent over 188 billion lifetime views, over 4.4 billion views per month, more than 330 million fans, over 3,000 content partners, 432 silver play button, 65 gold play button, 2 diamond play button. So when we decided to develop our POP Kids app in 2016, one of the first questions we ask ourselves is how we are going to develop it. The database was of course a key question, and we quickly decided to go with MongoDB because schemaless architecture and full support of RESTful API out of the box. This allowed us to develop very quickly the application with a very small team of 2 to 3 engineers in a very short period of time. At the beginning, our infrastructure was really simple, just a couple of Node.js server and one simple MongoDB cluster. The success was there almost immediately, and we had a lot of people starting to using our app. We decided then that as we were growing, that staying in Vietnam and staying in the local data center in Vietnam was not the right way to do things. We needed to expand, and as Pops was also looking at going to other markets, it became obvious that we needed to go to a cloud-based infrastructure. The logical choice for us was to go with Google Cloud. The reason for that is that historically, Pops is working for a long time with YouTube. We already were exporting our data from YouTube to BigQuery at the time. Office suite is a Google suite. Therefore, moving Google Cloud to Google Cloud was the logical next step. And we did the move in 2019 after migrating all the infrastructure into first Docker image that we start move one by one to the cloud, and then the database itself. At that point in time, the MongoDB was still our own managed cluster. So at the end of this initial move to the cloud, our application was still rather monolithic and kind of old-fashioned in terms of architecture. As we were building the engineering team inside Pops, we started to work really on those components, and we started to build and design a microservice-oriented architecture. A year later, we have now a team of 50 engineers working full-time at Pops, working on this amazing platform. We rolled out into a couple of new countries. But the one thing that hasn't changed is that MongoDB is still our core database, and we are using MongoDB Atlas services. The first reason is that it offers a global cluster. The advantage of building our database using MongoDB Atlas is that it allows us to expand globally in the region without significant time investment from our team. The ability to take advantage of the multi-region replication to maintain our level of service is incredibly valuable. Second thing is that MongoDB offers built-in security control for all our data. It enables enterprise-grade features to integrate with our existing security protocols and compliance standards. Also, network isolation. We have a dedicated cluster that is deployed in a unique VPC or virtual private network with dedicated firewall, guaranteeing us a very strict access control to our cluster. We have role-based management that allows us to configure sophisticated role-based access rules to control which user and team can access, manipulate, and delete our data in our database. End-to-end encryption. All our network traffic is encrypted using transport layer security with the flexibility to configure which level of protocol we want as a minimum. We also have encryption for data that is automated using encrypted storage volume. Efficiency, since Mongo Atlas built in with the best operational practice as part of the package, it allows us to focus on increasing the business value and accelerating application development instead of spending time managing database. Finally, with just a few clicks, we can configure, restore, query point-in-time backup. We have the ability to restore at any point in time to maybe a different project. We can query a snapshot in place. That allows us to meet our disaster recovery objective and easily spin up new environment for testing purposes or developing new features. Our next big step with MongoDB is to move from version 4.0, where we are right now, to 4.2 in order to benefit for transactional capabilities of documents in the 4.2 version. As said before, the original Pops platform, built over 2 years ago as a proof of concept, was very simple and of a monolithic nature. The entire application was built as a stateful web/REST application. As we decided to invest seriously on our platform, we defined a high-level roadmap with several key steps in order to achieve scalability, performance, and high adaptability for our businesses. Our first step was to move the platform to Google Cloud. For that, we adapt our existing code base to render our application stateless and then we Dockerized it. Using Chromium OS on GCE and GCE's auto-scaling capability, our platform, with a minimum effort, became extremely scalable, although obviously not very well optimized. All along this year, our platform has grown fast, both in terms of features and users. We started to notice some issues. While our platform is very scalable and can serve millions of users, it does not adapt well to a sudden spike in traffic. An analysis of the traffic and load leads us to the following conclusion. Our current architectural design has two significant bottlenecks. Firstly, most of users' requests are going through our content microservice. Second, all the requests generates at some point several queries on our MongoDB cluster. If the traffic grows slowly, that's not an issue. But if the traffic is suddenly spiking, it turns out that MongoDB Atlas does not scale up fast enough, therefore leading to a possible downtime. Currently, it means that our platform ops must be aware of any significant marketing campaign to prepare the system by scaling up the MongoDB cluster ahead of time. It also means that our platform is at risk of being unavailable in case of unforeseen spike of traffic. Our first action is to deploy new databases instance where we will push what we call published content. Each new database or cluster will have a specific purpose: layout, video, comics, transactional data, and so on. Some of the complex computation that rarely change over a day or over a user session will also be part of the publishing workflow in order to reduce complexity on published content. Therefore, it will also reduce the processing time needed for each request to be achieved. One of the benefits of this approach is that the publishing workflow will allow our content managers to preview and validate content before making it available to our end users. That will avoid any manipulation mistake on the CMS side. Another great benefit of this model is that we can include other data sources directly in the publishing workflow. We can add a recommendation system input, third-party libraries, partner application or data. This allows our platform to offer a much more richer and personalized experience to our users. Our second improvement to our design is to remove all direct dependencies between microservices, while we continue to separate data store by business or feature concerns. We will then rely on event streams, PubSub in the case of Google Cloud, to notify the various microservices of any data update in their data stores, allowing them to manage properly their own caching mechanism. To give you a clearer idea, we will be able to evolve our platform architecture from a rather complex organization with two major bottlenecks to a more elegant, efficient, cost-effective, and flexible architecture. Those necessary changes also open up enormous possibilities that we are very excited about. Heavier use of event data-driven architecture, hyper-personalization for our user experience, capability to test a lot of various scenarios through experimentation, and more data-driven development and business decision-making. Building this great platform, this great infrastructure allowed Pop's app to gain footprint in Asia. Beside a great technical team, Pop's app has also the right content strategy that makes it a super media platform today. With the understanding of users' demand for digital entertainment content, Pops knows how to offer relevant content to its fans. That's what we call hyper-local content for each country where we are present. Currently, Pops is present in Vietnam, Thailand, open soon in Indonesia, and will promise to expand in new countries in the future.